Hi guys, I'm back today to answer some questions that I was asked about running the business. My VIP group gave me a list of questions, the things that they were curious about. So I thought I would answer all of those here today on video. So the first question I was asked was, do I prefer online or in-home pop-ups better? And another question that I felt was kind of lumped into that was, do I find it to be a pain to do in-home pop-ups because I have to haul all of my items? So again, they're very different. An in-home pop-up, as one asked, you do have to haul everything. You need to load up your items in bags. You got to haul your racks. You have to drive to a location. You have to unhaul it. Again, I don't really find that to be a pain. I guess it doesn't bother me. It kind of gives me my exercise for the week. I think what I like about in-home, there's two things I like about in-home versus online. One would be the amount of time total it takes me to do that sale. And basically, an in-home pop-up, all in all, is going to be about 5 hours. I'm with my customers for about an hour and a half of that. The rest of the time is spent making sure my stuff is organized, getting everything bagged up, loading it into my car, unloading it, setting everything up, breaking it down, getting it back home, possibly unloading it, but sometimes I don't unload it right away. If I have a pop-up the next day, it stays packed for me. And I also love to get that in-person interaction. Some customers just do much better being able to try on the items, feel them, especially new customers. This is a great place for me to meet new people who are new to LuLaRoe because they just need to try the stuff on. Now with an online, it's less physically laboring because my stuff just stays right here in my room, but it's going to take more time. The span of an online pop-up is about 2 days. By the time I make sure all my pictures are taken and get them loaded into either, I use Boutique or some do albums, whatever format you use as a consultant, it takes time to get everything loaded. And then you have to be present during that pop-up because it's really hard to keep that personal interaction going during an online pop-up. So you have to be available to answer questions, to help make outfits, to comment on things that are claimed and thank your customers. And then once that time is over, you also have to then send out invoices and pack things up for shipping. So again, it's a different kind of work, but it just stretches it out a little bit longer doing online. So to completely answer that, I do prefer in-homes over online. And also, I feel you can use your in-homes to grow your online. The second question was, does the company provide a discount or any incentives for consultants? And the answer is yes. We get a discount on our orders, and this partially is to encourage us to do more giveaways, to use that discount and turn around and give that back to our customers. And then there also are a few incentives. One would be a cruise, and this, whether you earn the cruise, is based on your sales, as well as your bonuses have different levels based on your rank in the company. The next question was, how do I not keep it all? And this is very tough, guys, especially since most of us consultants started as addicts before we became consultants. So we love the product just as much, if not more, than our customers. And I do keep some things, but I try really, really hard not to take too much because I want my customers to get the best, and I want my customers to be able to go out and tell people, hey, look at what I got from lulareojennaclose. So I try really hard to keep the best stuff for you guys. The next question was, how many hours a week do I work? I would say I work about 20 to 30 hours a week. And again, it varies. The best thing about this company is you make your schedule. LuLaRoe does not set my schedule. LulareoJennaclose sets my schedule. And it can be, you can be someone who just works at night. If you have another full-time job, there's so many women who do this along with another career. We have many teachers on our team. And obviously those women aren't available during the day. And so they put in more of their work hours in the evenings and on the weekends. I'm lucky enough that LuLaroe is my main job. Being a mom and LuLaroe and being a wife are my jobs. And so during the day, there's days where when my kids are at school, I spend most of that time doing LuLaroe, whether I'm updating my inventory, sending out invoices, taking pictures, all of that stuff. Sometimes I'll spend a whole day doing that while my kids are at school. Other days I have other obligations and I don't do anything for LuLaroe other than maybe throw a picture of me in my outfit out on Facebook. So again, you make it what you need it to be to work for your life. The next question was, what is the startup cost? This is a really good question and something that those who are interested need to know. Your initial investment for the clothing is going to range between $5,000 and $8,000. And this number is going to be based on which package you choose. Currently, there are 3 different packages, and depending on the package that you pick, you're going to get anywhere from 300 to 500 pieces of clothing. That money that's what you're getting, a tangible item for your money that you turn around and sell. There are no hidden fees. There's no monthly fee to be a consultant. There's no fee to use the back office and their websites. There's no fee for the online trainings that they provide. And then you're going to want to factor anywhere from probably $400 to $600 additional to go towards those miscellaneous things. You're going to need racks. You're going to need hangers. You're going to need shopping bags. You're going to need some bags to put your inventory in, to haul, to pop-ups. You're going to need some business cards. So there's going to be those additional things that, like I said, should range between the $400 and $600 range, depending on what you choose. You obviously can spend more, but you don't have to. Let's see. And then, so the next question kind of goes hand in hand with how much it costs to start up. And that next question was, how long does it take to make your investment back? This all is going to depend on the path that you choose. So some people can make their investment back in 6 to 8 weeks. To do this, you are going to only reorder what you've sold. And then your profit can go, like if you've bought your initial inventory on a credit card, you will then take your profit and you will pay off that debt. And doing it that way, if you're doing anywhere from 2 to 4 pop-ups a week, you can do that in about 6 to 8 weeks. Now, I chose a little bit of a different path because I'm of the mindset that, the more I have, the more I'm going to sell. And with any business, you have to spend money to make money. So I chose that after I did my initial investment, my husband and I sat down and we created a formula that would help me grow my inventory as quickly as possible, but also not bring me further in debt. I didn't want to rack my credit card up a ton more, but I still really wanted to grow my inventory because I felt that was very important. So after every pop-up, I would reorder what I sold, and then I would take a percentage of my profit and I would put that towards my debt, and then I would take that other percentage and I would grow my inventory. And within like a 6 months time, I was able to over triple the amount, actually probably less. It was probably about at the 4-month mark that I basically tripled the amount of inventory that I had, but I wasn't any further in debt than I was when I started. So now doing it this way, if you do that and you reach your goal, and then you'll turn around and you'll start paying off that debt. And you can have that debt paid off in anywhere from about 6 to 8 months by doing it that way. And the reality is, to start any other business, you're going to be in debt for a lot longer than 6 to 8 months to start another small business. So it really is a great plan, and the potential to earn money quickly is there. The next question was, how helpful is the company with new consultants? They are really great. On the day that you decide you want to join and you submit that email, you're going to be entered into what is called the queue. And this is the waiting period. Right now, there's about a 6 to 8 week waiting period. which honestly is really great because that is going to give you 6 to 8 weeks to get ready. You're going to get all of your supplies. You're going to learn as much as you can about the business and how to run pop-ups. And that way, once you get those clothes, you are going to be able to hit the ground running because you're going to be ready. And so when you're in the queue, every single week, our home office does a webinar for you. And you hop on, and I believe they're recorded. So if you can't get on at that time, you can watch it later. And the home office will just talk about what's going on with the company. They'll give you tips and tricks on getting ready. And then in addition to that, once you have actually onboarded, once they've called you and you've paid and your inventory is on the way, you're then become considered a consultant. And there is a whole other separate webinar that the home office does for us as consultants. And again, they fill us in and they update us on what's going on. They update us on shipping. They give us tips and tricks. And then they also set up a training webinar that top leaders do, top consultants will do different webinars each week on a different topic. They'll choose a topic and they'll do almost an hour-long training to just help us learn new things about the business and improve what we're doing. And of course, if there's ever issues, they are only just an email or a phone call away to help us. And we have a really great team of women, and so we all help each other. Okay, let's see. And our last question was, it's a high startup cost. What made you make the jump? So there were a lot of factors into what made me jump into LuLaroe. I could see the earning potential. I've tried other direct sales and they just don't compare. I mean, that's the reality. And that's nothing bad against those direct sales. But when it comes to the earning potential, it's a world of difference. And yes, you have to spend more money in the startup. But if you're treating it like a business, it's not a big deal because you're going to make so much more money. And on top of that, I could see how that was going to help my family. That if we could come up with how to pay for the initial investment, I knew in the long run that my family was going to be blessed by me doing this. Also, I could see the connections I was going to make just in the process of trying to decide if this was for me and getting to know my upline. It gave me just a small taste of the connections I was going to make with the women in this company and with my customers. And I needed this. I needed this for me. I needed those connections, and I would never change a thing. It has been the best thing that has happened to me. In turn, because of that, it's making me a better person, which is making me a better mom and a wife. So in the grand scheme, it's helping way more than just, it's filling more than just that need that I had to make some connections. So those were all of the questions that my girls asked me. If you ever have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always happy to answer questions and talk about things that I've learned through the process so far. So thank you for listening, and I hope you have a really great day.